Hey guys, doing a deck profile of Minor Avengers. It's kind of like the fourth one I've done because I keep modding it, but I'm comfortable with this build. It's going back. Yeah, I really do. It's going back to a similar playstyle that I did when I placed third at my local out of 40 people. So I just tried to tweak it a little bit to make it a little bit more consistent. And I'm actually happy with this build. It does a lot better, and it's a lot faster. And let's get to it, guys. And if you guys haven't guessed, this is Karamba and Zelku here. Sorry, I forgot to do introductions. First off, Dark Goat. Kept it just because Counterblast 1 put in Soul. Look at the top 5 for a grade 3.
Raging Form.
I've done it for Raging Form. I've got Mordred too. Mordred's helped a lot.
Every time you use that damn thing, you get a fucking Raging Form on
But
me.
I believe the one I teched in the last video I had Goat, but I didn't have the other tech in, which you guys will see here later. Next is, of course, the boss monster in any Revenger deck as of right now. Raging Form Dragon. Guys, we all know what he does. Limit Break is retire 3 and Persona Ride him. And then when he attacks, he counter blasts and gains 3k, I believe.
I thought he gained 10k when you rode him.
Oh yeah, he does get 10k when you ride him. Thank you. So he nonchalantly kind of gives himself his own little break ride. Speaking of break ride, that's a nice little segue. Mordred, one of the best break rides in my opinion in the game, next to Chatnir from the Great Nature, but we don't have him in English yet. When it's written over him, counter blast, give 10k to the Vanguard, superior call at grade 2 or less from the deck, giving them 5k. You can do this with Blaster Dark, Masquerade, Tartu, or anything. But I usually go for Blaster Dark or Masquerade. So, grade 2s, I play 4 Blaster Dark, just because with the combo with Dorant and everything, it's abusable. And
Get that counter blast right back. And then
yeah, you basically essentially with that combo make that. You basically make his effect a counter blast 1, and with that, it's just so
or just
dangerous.
Mordred's.
Yeah, or you notify Mordred's effect and just continue with it. I play 4 Masquerade, the grade 2. 12k Swinger when I have a Revenger Vanguard. I love this card. It works so well. And it just makes you swing in for decent numbers. So, next card I play 3 Tartu. And Counterblast 2 when she's placed either on Vanguard or Rear Guard. And she superior calls her grade 1 or less from your deck into the same column as her. So basically she sets her own row up. I've seen a lot of decks play 3 or her. I've seen them play 4. I've seen them play like 3 Masquerade and 1 and 2 Tartu and play like 2 Nemain, Skullwish Nemain. I don't mind those builds. I don't get to work for me. So this is my playstyle. But that's it for the grade 2, guys. Grade 1s, 4 perfect. I've said this in every video when it comes to the perfect guards. You kind of need them. like with everything nowadays, just spamming massive numbers.
We're talking about like 30 to 45K here when it started. You had to do a lot just to reach that.
Yeah. Then you got Fordorant. Again, it's the most abusable combo in the deck. Just because it allows you to unflip with Blaster of Dart. And just, yeah, I mean, just makes it all sorts of shenanigans possible. Then I run 4 to the Grade 1 Masquerade. I do like him both as a supporter and as a secondary swinger. Just in case like somebody takes out my Grade 2s and like I have another support in Grade 1 to call, I can just slide him up, call that other Grade 1, and the row really doesn't suffer. But it's always nice to have. The next Tekken choice, or I do, is Trumpeter. Now, I know the next card you guys are going to be shocked at, because I'm not saying that this is the Tekken, but the Tekken would be the next one. I do run another Grade 0 starter, but it's not Claudus. I think I counterblasted enough in this deck for Mordred, Goat, Trumpeter, for Tartu, for Blaster Dark. I didn't want Claudus, and he needed a Grade 3 anyway. So it's fine to have. Don't get me wrong, I have played it. But going on to the Grade 0s, tech choice is Spinbow. I can have 2 Raging Forms and basically get like Break Ride 1, have a Mordred in hand. Like if I have I'm just gonna say this: if I have Mordred and a Raging Form in hand, I'm gonna call the Mordred, have him boosting the Mordred, like especially after I Break Ride with Raging Form, especially if I have another one in my hand. This is gonna get me a nicer out, and I don't have to put it back there. Like I don't have to put it in Soul, so I can retire him as a cost for Raging Form. There we go. And people aren't going to want you to have that extra draw, so they tend to not let him hit. And if they let him hit, then especially on turns you don't have to Break Ride. You just basically slide him into Soul, draw your card, and it's extra defense, extra stuff for next turn. So it just evens out. I went back to the original build that I had. I had 4 heals, 4 draw, and I'm only running 6 crit actually in this one. And the other Tekken choice after that, for trigger wise, 2 stands. I went back to the 2 stands just because it allows me to drain a lot more shield. It allows me to, just do a bunch of other good stuff that I found that I was lacking with the crit. So there's the new Revenger. Not going to change it anytime soon because this is a lot more consistent than I've had in my play builds. I haven't had a chance to fully test it yet. When I switched it over, I kind of got sick the week that I was going to go test it, so I didn't go to my locals. But this is Kurama and Selku, guys, signing out.